All right, hey nerds. It is time for another Edge of Eternities draft, and I am super excited to bring you a great one today. I'm also really excited to let y'all know that I ordered my new computer parts. He started arriving today. More of it's going to get here tomorrow. Sadly, the motherboard does not get here until Sunday. So, I am hoping that Sunday I'll be able to put together the new rig and maybe Monday we'll be able to get our first recording session with it. But we will see. We will see. Oh, it's an ancient tomb. There's no way that we can take this. I want to so bad. It is absurd that this is here. I do think I'm going to take the use social engineering. Just my favorite uncommon and the best color in the set. But I opened an ancient tomb. I can finally say that I've opened an ancient tomb, and I'm kind of here for that. But yeah, use social engineering, easy pick. Following that up with probably a close encounter. Yeah, nothing here. Sammy, followed by Sammy, is kind of funny. The diadrine synthesis amalgam is interesting, but I don't want to be in green white. So let's take the green card. Not much else green. Sky Stinger, Fungal Colossus, not much crazy. But yeah, so my new computer, I just spent Galactic Wayfarer, best card in the pack. Gonna just stick to green. Cryogen Relic, probably one of the best commons. Yeah, probably one of the better commons. Nothing else really keeping it. The new computer, though, I spent way too much money. I'll be sure that I drop specs in the first video that I do with it. But I've never built a computer before. This is my first time, my first experience ever trying to do something on my own. I do have one of my friends. He's built plenty of PCs. He's gonna come over and help with it. So I'm really looking forward to that help. That'll be really nice. As is, I'm really excited. I've got a couple of parts here. I mean, I'll be real. I don't know a ton about computers. I'm not the most tech savvy guy, but I will say I had some tech savvy guys help me put it together, which was super nice. Ooh, what are we looking at here? I think I'm gonna grab probably the diplomatic relations. There are some good black cards here. There's also a bombard, some really good removal generally. Scrounge for Eternity is interesting, not necessarily what I'm looking to be here. But diplomatic relations, 3 mana, target creature control gains +1/+0 and gains vigilance, and it deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. Just really good. Bombard, Banishing Light, also really good, but we're already in green, so let's stick to green. Ooh, here we're going to be branching out. Terminal velocity doesn't really do anything for us. The debris field crusher does, so that's something that interests me. The decode transmissions is also something that I would like to have in our green decks if we're going to be green black. But I do think green red is slightly better than the green black deck. So let's pick up the debris field crusher and see where that takes us. It's going to take us right to an Intrepid Tenderfoot. Exactly what I want in this scenario. You can see there's a lot of white going around, but hit me with that 2-drop. Easy pickup. Gotta remember, 2-drops are important to have in Edge of Eternities draft or in almost any draft format, I will say. It's always really good to curve out 2, 3 into 4. 2 into 3 into 4, 5, 6. Now, what am I looking for? I want a Territorial Bruntar. I want a Cocoon. I want 2 Sammys. I want another Galactic Wayfarer. And then give me like a Thrumming Hive Pool. Or a Hellkite. I'll take a Hellkite, honestly. Here, best card in the pack, gonna be the Zookeeper Mechan. Just really good in the green-red deck. At this point, it almost drafts itself. 2, 3, use social engineering to kind of pop us off. Bard, great card. I do almost want to take the Sacred Foundry, you know how I am. But I'm not going to. Not yet, at least. The one cool thing is I will eventually get all of the cards in the set, and I'll make some good vault progress and be able to get into Standard and play some of these other competitive decks online. So I'm kind of excited about that. I haven't played much Standard. I did put together like the blue-white control and the like Esper bounce decks, but honestly, there's way too much Vivi Cauldron, or Blue-Red Cauldron, whatever it's called. That deck is just insane. And it's kind of annoying to play against, I'll be real. I mean, I say that as I was playing blue-white control, but I mean, the blue-white control mirrors are always a lot of fun. Here, honestly, I'm gonna take the Thawbringer, but the command bridge is something interesting. I do only have the one. Well, that Moxite might make it into the deck at least. I mean, the fact that I'm sitting here 10 cards deep with 10 playables and in the best color pairing, I mean, I'm kind of here for it. Caveron Harrier, honestly, the Insatiable Skitterer is more likely to get played, and neither of those cards are likely to get played. Elven Moxite. It's pretty cool art, in all honesty. Moxite, though. A specific type of metal, I'm assuming. Is there like only the most skilled matter shapers can imbue Moxite with other raw energies, but the rewards are well worth the dangers? Interesting. Alright, take the red card. What are we gonna open? What are we gonna open? Nothing crazy. I mean, honestly, Mouth of the Storm, if this comes all the way around, we might play it. But we're going to take the Harmonious Grove Strider. That's a 5 mana 5/5 with Ward 2. Generally, it might be bigger. It might be smaller if I'm casting it with a Zookeeper Mechan. But it will always get there. I will want a Cav Landseeker and a Sammy's. Give me 2 of each of those, please, and thank you. And I will take one more Bombard. Here. I do think we want to take the Cav Landseeker. We don't have any 4-drops yet. The Grav kill is definitely interesting, and it's something I would be more interested in taking if I already had a Landseeker or two. I do want this Blooming Stinger, I will say, so that's definitely... Honestly, I'm gonna take the Blooming Stinger and hope the Cav Landseeker comes back around. It's not going to. I'm hoping I get a different one, but 2-drops. Especially a 2-drop with Death Touch. Very good. Here, I do think I'm going to take the Felgrav ship. 3 mana for when the spacecraft enters mill 3, then return a creature or spacecraft from the graveyard to your hand. So you can mill like the 5 mana, some of these cards, return them to your hand, and then you just get a 3/2 flying lifelinker. But the Intrepid Tenderfoot's a 2-drop. And we're going to follow that up with a Germinating Worm. Taking a 5 mana 5/5 that gains you some life is definitely phenomenal. I will say the Caveron Turbo Drone is something that's interesting to me. Actually, no. Let's take the Germinating Worm. This definitely interests me. Honestly, Radiant Strike is also on the table, but I think the 5 mana card is just a little bit better in this situation. Here, we're going to take the Eumidian Terrabotanist. And now we're looking good on the 2-drops. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a couple of 3-drops, some good 5-drops, and we're looking for maybe a top end card or two and a couple of Kabu Land Seekers specifically. There's that Sammy's that I was talking about. Definitely want one of those. I don't know if I'd take another one, but it's possible. It's possible. here, I do think I am going to take the bioengineered future. When it enters, create a lander. Each creature you control enters with an additional 1/1 counter on it for each land that entered the battlefield. You're just getting bigger creatures, man. The Perigee Beckoner is definitely something that interests me, but the good thing about cards like this and use social engineering are they help you with the overflowed mana. When you get too much, there's something to do with it. And there's a 4-drop that's something to do with it. I'll say Dust Bowl is interesting, but I do want to take the 4-drop. And imagine going bioengineered future and then playing a land, you get to play a 5-drop. And then you get to play a land and pop a token. Ooh. Now here, do I want the Sammys or do I want the decode transmissions? And I do think I'm going to take the Sammys. The second Sammys is pretty good. Our deck is looking like it's going to be very, very powerful. And we're going to be able to splash pretty much whatever we want. And the Kabu Landseeker came... Oh my goodness, this is inappropriate. We'll scare loss. Beyond the Quiet. Well, we can't play that, but we can play the Galactic Wayfarer, which at this point, what did I say? I wanted 2 Sammys, I wanted 2 Wayfarers, and I wanted 2 Landseekers. I think we're gonna get there. And that's kind of absurd. Galactic Wayfarer, I do think, is just one of the better commons in the set. I don't know if it's the best one, but it's definitely one of the better ones. We can't play the Infinite Guideline Station. We can play the Larval Scoutlander, though. Sacrifice a land or a lander, search your library for 2 basic land cards. It's just amazing. I would also love the Invasive Maneuvers or Sammys or the Nebula Dragon at this point. High market. Sacrifice a creature, gain a life. Not too worried about that. Memorial Team Leader. 4 mana for a 4/3. During your turn, other creatures you control gain +1/+0. Warp for 2. We're looking at 12/10. It would otherwise be the Drix Fate Maker. Which... honestly... let's do the Fate Maker. I do like the Fate Maker quite a bit. Ooh. I can't not. There's the Landseeker that I called for, and that's just kind of crazy. Like I'm here for it. I do want this Pinnacle Kill Ship. I think I'm gonna take the Pinnacle Kill Ship instead of the Landseeker, and that's just kind of absurd. This is crazy. This is a crazy deck. I don't even know if this is good. I feel like yeah, I just need to take the Landseeker. A 1/1 counter dies. I mean, we do have some 1/1 counter stuff. But I think the Slag Drill Scrapper is probably what we need. Weftwalker Ardent. That can go on the sideboard. There's another Cav Landseeker. I don't know if this is good. I don't know if what we're looking at is a good thing for us to be looking at here. I think we're cutting a Sammy's. I don't even... thank you, Nebula Dragon. You're going in the deck. Well, the thing is, we can't cut a Sammy's because we've got 3 Landseekers. I need to cut 4 cards from this deck. I don't know why I'm struggling right now, but this is like actively putting me on edge. Yeah, what do we do here? I think Debris Field Crusher's gone. I think Plasma Bolt's gone. I think a Sammy's is gone. And is it like the Fate Maker that's gone? I think this is what we're looking at. I'm gonna be real. I'm not sure how I feel about this. This seems insane, but I don't really have any of the big power. So we're just gonna cross our fingers and we're gonna send it. We're in full send with a green red straight, and we could have been 5-color. Like if we were ever gonna be 5-color, this was the deck to be 5-color in. I'm I'm pretty impressed actually. We'll see if it has the power. We don't have Tanook, we don't have draw. That's my only concern. Boom. Great. We got 2-drop into 2-drop. I do think we're going to lead with the Eumidian Terrabotanist. Oh, all right, all right. Let's see what you got going on over here. Nothing. Are you going to pop the Cryogen Relic? Is that the situation? You don't have the 2 blue and a colorless counterspell. So there's that at least. Play the Mountain. And then we're going to play an Intrepid Tenderfoot. And you had nothing. And you didn't pop the Cryogen Relic? Oh, okay. That's fair. You have to draw 2 cards. Self-craft Mechan into Cryogen Relic is pretty dang good. I do think we're just going to ramp up here, get to the Harmonious Grove Strider. Ooh, I don't like that. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent chooses a creature they control and exiles it. At the beginning of your end step, if player controls no creature sacrificed, then put a creature exiled. Okay, well that's not going to be good for us. Whenever a permanent with ward becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, so I don't have to pay for ward. At least I don't have to pay for ward. I will say, this does not look to be going well, though. I'm gonna tap down the 5/5. So I'm gonna activate this, so that becomes a 6. And then I'm gonna close encounter. And then they're gonna get the Parabomus. At the beginning of your end step, if a player controls no creatures. What have you got here? Gains +2/+0 and indestructible. Actually? Oh my goodness. I could have popped my lander token in response. We're gonna go next. Oh, that's Sathira the Void. Dang! Okay, that felt bad. I will say, I resigned in shame there. Also, forgive me if you can hear that sound outside. That's very loud. But you know what we do. We jump right back in. I like that. I like that image, though. Lupin. We're going to keep the 7. Creeping Tar Pit. Oh, that's a 6 swamp. So this is just going to help us for each play that we make be a little bit better, and I will take an extra 2 damage. Oh. Destroys creature, draw 2. Fair enough. Dang. Yeah, sag. Grab a mountain. And then we're going to play this. And it's going to be a 5/5 in a great spot. And then next turn we can play the Harmonious Grove Strider or the Nebula Dragon. The Nebula Dragon will beam something as it comes down, so maybe that's the play. Yeah. So Nebula Dragon. You got another bounce spell? Tap spell. That works too. Mechanizoa stuff is really getting us. This might kill us, but if we live this turn, we'll be in a great spot. And honestly, we should live this turn. We can only play Mechanizoa, tap something down. We can grab kill one, and then we can block again. Unless he's got another Mechanizoa or a deep... Wow. That's crazy. Okay, good game. This might be the quickest video yet. Mine? Did something happen with me recently? Maybe my vibes are really off. Maybe it's the later in the day draft. It is a later in the day like drafting opportunity for me, but I feel like I don't know, maybe I've just been really struggling with Edge of Eternities and I had more success early on. As the format gets figured out, more people get comfortable with it. So maybe that's the whole situation. But with that said, let's cross our fingers that we can get a win here. I will say, like, I'm not feeling too happy with it. Ugh. But we've got another great hand. But we've had great hands every single game so far. I am super excited to get the new computer though. I do plan on maybe branching out and doing a little bit of different type of content. We'll see what I actually end up doing, but I've been really enjoying just creating these videos and uploading them regardless of the frustrations with actually getting the recordings done and you know, like the audio and visual issues and stuff like that. Like those are going to happen and that's definitely going to be frustrating. Ooh, those are pretty sweet. I think I've seen these before, but I don't know if I've seen the swamp. The swamp is super nice. I don't think I'm going to get in. I think I'm just going to play the Galactic Wayfarer. And then we'll see what they do. Actually, yeah, let's not get in. Mainly because I want to be able to... Another Hulk Carver. Okay. I do think we just try to get in. He's going to double block there. Yeah, that's fine. And we're going to end the turn there. We're going to pop both of those. If we get to Nebula Dragon next turn, that'd be cool. You're going to get in for 4? Just for 3. Fair. Let's go up to the 6 land. Draw land, we can Nebula Dragon. We don't, we can play the Harmonious Grove Strider. In good spot regardless. Ooh. Yeah, let's just play the Grove Strider. And we're gonna not attack. If he wants to attack with his 2/1 flyer, great. I am gonna get in with the 6/6 after bombarding his 1/1 next turn. Hopefully we can Nebula Dragon his 1/1. Another 1/1. Another Zealot. Okay. Like, that's one way to do it, I suppose. So let's play the Nebula Dragon. We're gonna hit one of the 1/1s, which he's gonna sack. Do it up. 3 Hull Carvers, 2 Umbral Collar Zealots, and a Grab Pack Monoist. Kind of a crazy deck. I'm gonna get in with the 2/2. Needed the land, go figure. A Perigi Beckoner. Gonna get in for 4. And then sack it to get a token. Oh, and him the Faller. Not bad, not bad 2 cards. I am gonna take the 4. Surveil. Valid. It's 11 at your face. And turn. Sure. Hmm. Let's just get in there, see what they do. You gonna double block? And resolve. I'm not sure if he has anything that can win him the game here. The Midian Parabotanist. Hulk Arbor. Okay. And a 3/3 with haste. Valid. Sack it. Boom. Ba boom boom boom. Attacking with the 4/4, attacking with the 8/8. He's got to block the 8/8. He's got to sack his token. He's got 6 to attack with. And there's a win. Okay. Good game. Like to think that was well deserved. But we're on our back foot this whole match. Let's go again. I will say the queues today have been really long. I was like half waiting for it to pop and be like, oh, that's unlucky. Well, there it is. 30 seconds almost exactly. That's kind of unlucky. What do we got? Cloud. I think we can take you, Cloud. Got 2-drop into 3-drop into Nebula Dragon. Look at that art, though. Look at the tail with 2 dragons back there. Woo! Seen a lot of people playing black recently, I will say. Let's play the Eumidian Terrabotanist so we can start gaining some life. Violent Beetle. Discard a card. Alright. Goodbye, Nebula Dragon. Get in there, and then we're gonna play Galactic Wayfarer. And maybe we draw land and we can play an Ice Cave Crasher next turn. There's Virus Beetles after Virus Beetles. I'll take 5. Okay. Ice Cave Crasher. Now let's cross our fingers that you don't have a land removal spell and we can just attack one more. If we attack one more turn, I think we can get in there. I'll take 3. Am I gonna let them trade that off and then take 6 so that I can... Honestly, choose a creature you control or a warped creature you control in exile. So it's gonna trade off. I'm gonna keep my creature. I probably should have popped this. Oh well. Embrace Oblivion. That's what I was waiting for. I mean, that's one way to win a game. It's not the best way, but it is a way. And it does happen. Good game, Cloud. Better luck in your next one. And sometimes I will have to take up that victory. Ugh. All right. I will see you guys in the next one. All right. All right. We're hitting play. Let's get down to business to defeat the Hun. You guys like Mulan? You guys Disney fans? Musical fans? I'm always curious who watches Magic the Gathering videos because I know me, I tend to, well, one, watch Magic the Gathering videos, but two, sing to myself, thoroughly enjoy K-pop Demon Hunters, and like little rhymes. So we got to have at least some creative musicians among us. I want to keep this so bad, but we all know that I can't. This is perfectly fine. And we're going to get rid of that Nebula Dragon. Bottom of the library. It's worth noting we're literally going 1, 2, 3. I don't think Luffy. Oh my god, it's Luffy. I don't think Cactar can stop us though. I'll be real. Cactar, you have no power here. Oh, I am gonna swing over one. You can't stop me. Can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. You gonna block with your Chrome Companion? Oh, that makes me smile. That's a pretty cool land, though. I don't know what set that is. I don't know what set that is either. That looks like a double Avacyn Restored. Did they do another Avacyn set? They must have. Ooh. So we are going to land next, double attack. Hit him for 3. And we're going to get that Galactic Wayfinder down. Now, it's worth noting, I probably will sack that Lander token to Slag Drill, just so we can draw a card. Pangolin! Someone else is out here pangolin. I'm glad. I'm glad that there are other pangolins out there. Hmm. So I'm going to activate this ability. And then I'm going to go next, and I'm going to swing with these. Now you can get the... No double blocking. Oh, heck yeah. That feels good. Now, what do you got going on? I'm going to remove a card from my graveyard, put target card from graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. Sure, and you gain a life. Next turn I am able to go Mountain, Bombard, and then also still activate the Slag Drill to draw a card. So we're in a good spot. I'm definitely not blocking. I'll gladly take 4. Just don't play something with 5 toughness. I'm manifesting 4 toughness here. What's in white and red with 4 toughness? Maybe like a Land Seeker? No. The fact that I immediately followed up with a Land Seeker is kind of funny to me. I'm going to swing in for 6. I'm going to make them have something. They might have like one of those strikes. They are just tapping me down. I almost respect it. I don't, but like almost. worker drone. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bombard the starport security right now. Because I don't want him to be able to, you know, try to tap something down in response. 2 mana. Just get it out of here. Really should have waited to see if he has a 4-drop. You know, swing in for 5? Just 3. Okay, pass. No blocks. We'll sacrifice one of the landers to draw a card. Alright, and we are going to be able to play the Land Seeker and still pop Slag Drill next turn. So let's just swing in for 6. And see what he has. Yeah, double block. Nope, single block. Take the token. And then we're going to play the Land Seeker. The first of many Land Seekers here. He's going to tap. He's going to go up to 8. Yeah, that's the special one. They really have done Arena well. Enter the battlefield this turn. All of the, like, tooltips and markers, the ease of use, the general, like, stacking of triggers and all of that. I'm just very impressed by how well they've done. Like, the time, energy, and effort that they put into this whole situation, you know? You can swing in with your 3/2 to gain a life, and I will take 3. Well, maybe I shouldn't own up to that before it happens. Oh, and he's gonna get in for the 3. Well, I'm gonna let that happen. Now what have you got? I do have lethal if you don't have a blocker. I have to assume that you'll have a blocker. It does gain the 3 life. Fair enough. Well, now let's sacrifice that lander, draw a card, and see what we get. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I'm gonna play this bioengineered future. I'm swinging for 4. focus fire. That's fair. And I'm gonna look at blocking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's only 8 lands left and 26 cards. Sky Warden. Okay. We gotta get something going here now. Love that. So we're gonna block the 5/6. Hope he doesn't have removal. If he has removal, dreams are dead. Everything is over. The Illuminati has your address. The government has your passwords. Intrepid Tenderfoot. Is that gonna save us in some way, shape, or form? Not right now, that's for sure. And that's gonna make it even harder. Hmm. There's that. Alright, alright. We're gonna pop off. Grab all those lands. Get out there. Be big. And then concede. Ugh. Well, that was a fun last game. We flooded out pretty hard there. We hit 11 lands in the top 15 cards. It happens. But not a bad little 2-3. Love to see a little bit better with a deck like that. And like I said, when I was looking at it, I feel like we had a lot of playables, but we were kind of just missing the power. And it's not often that I say that because I feel like especially in the green red you have a lot of that power, but I mean here we are. Let's take a look at what those packs got for us. First, Arch Enemy's Charm, bonus sheet, Cascading Cataracts, and a Famished World Sire. But awesome, awesome! Thanks so much for joining me on this draft today, guys. Make sure to do all the YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next video. Talk to you then.